Top 10 World's Most Luxurious Train Journeys. What if your journey was more luxurious than the destination? In a world where private jets and yachts dominate the luxury conversation, there exists a far more romantic way to experience extravagance. On rails. Yes, trains. But not just any trains. We're talking about rolling palaces, moving five-star hotels, and vintage elegance gliding across some of the world's most breathtaking landscapes. From African safaris in style to champagne breakfast while cutting through the Swiss Alps, these journeys redefine luxury travel. So, buckle in as we glide into the top 10 most luxurious train journeys in the world, each one offering a different definition of indulgence. Venice Simplon Orient Express, Europe. If trains had royalty, the Venice Simplon Orient Express would wear the crown. This isn't just a train ride, it's a portal back to the Roaring '20s. Lavishly restored Art Deco cabins, glimmering crystal, polished wood panels, and liveried stewards at your beck and call. This is the definition of glamour on rails. But with prices reaching over $7,000 for a one-way journey, this is not for the average traveler. The risk? Overhyping. Some modern guests expect Wi-Fi and instant coffee, but here, it's about silken service and slow-paced elegance. You're not racing to your destination. You're being seduced by the journey. Rovos Rail, South Africa. Imagine watching wild giraffes stride past your window while sipping a crisp glass of South African wine. That's Rovos Rail, a moving safari lodge and perhaps the most luxurious train in Africa. With journeys spanning from Cape Town to Dar es Salaam, this train offers wood-paneled suites, full-size bathtubs, fine dining, and an atmosphere of Edwardian grandeur. At around $2,000 to $10,000 per passenger, it's a serious investment. But here's the twist. You're not just riding a train. You're crossing countries, cultures, and centuries in comfort. But if you crave experience over speed, Rovos Rail offers unforgettable immersion wrapped in velvet curtains and vintage charm. The Royal Scotsman, Scotland. Picture this. Misty Scottish Highlands, castles in the distance, bagpipes softly echoing in the background, and you, reclining in a wood-paneled suite with a personal butler. Welcome to the Royal Scotsman, the pride of the UK rail experience. Operated by Belmond, it offers multi-day journeys through lochs, glens, and country estates. With onboard spas, a Michelin star-inspired kitchen, and only 40 guests at a time, privacy is part of the luxury. Pricing can exceed $7,000 to $15,000 per trip, depending on the itinerary. But here's the charm. It's deeply personal, intentionally intimate, and undeniably Scottish. The Maharajas Express, India. India does opulence like no other, and the Maharajas Express is proof. Nicknamed the Palace on Wheels, this train delivers pure grandeur with a touch of Indian heritage. Each carriage is styled after a royal palace with butler service, silk upholstery, and onboard fine dining that fuses royal recipes with modern flair. Routes like the Indian Panorama or Heritage of India take you through forts, palaces, and ancient cities. The catch? It costs up to $24,000 per passenger for the full experience, but with optional private excursions, personal chefs, and round-the-clock luxury, it's worth every rupee for travelers seeking full immersion in regal culture. The Ghan, Australia. Spanning from Adelaide to Darwin, the Ghan slices through Australia's red centre in a way few travelers ever experience. Named after the Afghan camel drivers who once helped explore the outback, the Ghan is both rugged and refined. You'll pass through sunburnt deserts, ancient aboriginal lands, and lush northern tropics, all while enjoying gourmet meals in spacious gold or platinum-class cabins. Tickets can cost between $2,000 and $7,000 depending on class and duration. The challenge? Connectivity. No signal in the desert. But maybe that's the gift. True disconnection. 7 stars in Kyushu, Japan. Ultra-exclusive and meticulously designed, 7 stars in Kyushu is arguably the most beautiful train in Japan, and maybe the world. With only 7 carriages and a design that marries classic European elegance with Japanese minimalism, this isn't travel, it's theater. You'll dine on seasonal kaiseki meals, sleep in exquisitely designed suites, and tour artisan villages along the way. But get this, it's so exclusive, you have to enter a lottery just to apply for a ticket. Prices run up to $12,000 per couple for the 4-day journey. Critics might say it's excessive, but if you value craftsmanship over flash, this train is a masterclass in intentional living. Rocky Mountaineer, Canada. Canada's vast wilderness has never looked better than through the panoramic windows of the Rocky Mountaineer. Designed specifically for scenic travel, this train skips overnight journeys. You sleep in luxury hotels along the way. That way, you never miss the sights: snow-capped peaks, turquoise lakes, and dense alpine forests. Gold Leaf service includes 2-story domed cars, gourmet meals, and heated seats with 180-degree views. Prices range from $1,500 to $7,000, depending on the route and season. The challenge? No overnight cabins. Some travelers prefer continuous movement, but here, the point is the journey itself. Every twist of the track feels like a cinematic scene. It's slow travel, the Canadian way. Eastern and Oriental Express, Southeast Asia. Operated by Belmond and rolling through Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand, the Eastern and Oriental Express is pure Southeast Asian sophistication. Picture polished teak interiors, silk-lined lounges, gourmet fusion cuisine, and tropical jungle views outside your window. At around $3,000 to $8,000 per passenger, it's far from budget, but in return you get indulgence, intimacy, and cross-cultural immersion in one seamless flow. It's not just about visiting temples or riverside villages. It's about arriving there in tuxedos and evening gowns. And the biggest risk? Monsoon season. But somehow, rain on the roof only adds to the charm. The Golden Eagle Trans-Siberian Express, Russia to Asia. If you want to cross the world in true style, the Golden Eagle Trans-Siberian Express offers a 6,000-plus mile journey from Moscow to Vladivostok, or even further to Beijing. This is the ultimate long-haul luxury rail trip, with packages costing $15,000 to over $40,000 per person. Expect private cabins with en-suite bathrooms, 24/7 butler service, vodka tastings, lectures on Russian history and piano music echoing through the bar lounge. It's opulent, yes, but also historical, reflective, and slightly surreal. The only challenge? It's a long ride, over 2 weeks in motion. But for some, that's the dream, to unplug, unroll, and let the rhythm of the rails take over. The Glacier Express Excellence Class, Switzerland. Finally, we wrap with precision, perfection, and pure alpine beauty. The Glacier Express in Switzerland is known as the slowest express train in the world, taking 8 hours to glide between Zermatt and St. Moritz. But when you're traveling through 91 tunnels and over 291 bridges with glacier views outside, why rush? Excellence Class brings you 7-course meals, panoramic windows, reclining leather seats, and a dedicated concierge. At around $800 to $1,000 for just 1 day, it's a short journey, but an unforgettable one. The downside? It ends too soon. But the memories and photos last a lifetime. If this journey through the world's most luxurious railways left you dreaming of your next adventure, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone who deserves a little luxury. Because when the world is moving fast, sometimes it's best to ride in style.